At 23, I had $0 in my bank account. At 29, I had my first million. What happened in between will completely change how you think about success. Hello everyone, my name is John, and I am sharing my success story to you. I still remember the exact moment my life flipped upside down. It was a cold, rainy Monday morning, the kind of morning that makes you question every decision you've ever made. I was 23, broke, and late for a job I absolutely hated. My shoes were soaked from the puddles. My cheap umbrella had flipped inside out. And my stomach growled like it was protesting my life choices as I finally squeezed into the crowded city bus. My phone buzzed with another notification: insufficient funds. Those two words hit harder than any heartbreak I'd ever felt. I stared at the screen for a moment, pretending not to care, but inside I felt crushed. How did I end up here, exhausted, underpaid, and stuck in a loop that led nowhere? Sitting there, surrounded by strangers who seemed to have their lives together. I made myself a quiet promise: this will not be my story forever. I didn't know how I was going to change it, or where to even begin, but something deep inside whispered that I was meant for more. Back then, was barely making enough to pay rent. Every end of the month was a battle between bills and survival. I had dreams, big ones, but no roadmap to reach them. Still, there was one thing no one could take from me: the hunger to build something real. That day, while the rain tapped against the bus windows and the city moved on without noticing me, a tiny spark was lit inside my heart. I didn't realize it then, but that was the beginning, the first chapter of a journey that would one day turn my entire life around. A few weeks later, during my lunch break at work, I was scrolling aimlessly through YouTube, half tired, half hopeless, when a video caught my eye. The title read, "How Ordinary People Make Money Online." I clicked it without expecting much. Honestly, I thought it would be another fake, get-rich-quick video. But that single click changed everything. The video showed people from all around the world, some younger than me, running online stores, freelancing, investing, and even earning from digital content. None of them looked like tech geniuses or business experts. They were just normal people who decided to try. That realization hit me hard. If they could do it, maybe I could too. That night, something inside me wouldn't let me sleep. I sat on my bed with my old laptop, diving into video after video, article after article. I watched tutorials, read blogs, took notes, and made wild plans. I was obsessed. I discovered things like dropshipping, affiliate marketing, freelancing, and digital products. Most of it sounded complicated, but the idea of making money online fascinated me. After a week of research, I made a bold decision. I was going to try. I used the last $200 from my savings, literally everything I had, to start a small online store. I chose to sell custom phone cases, something simple but trendy. I had no clue about marketing, so I learned everything from free YouTube videos and started running tiny Instagram ads. The first week, 0 sales. Second week, still nothing. By the third week, I was ready to quit until one night my phone buzzed. "You've received an order." It was only $19.99. But in that moment, it felt like $1 million. After that first sale, something inside me changed forever. It was like tasting success for the very first time, small but powerful enough to make me believe it was possible. I became obsessed. Every free minute I had was spent learning, testing, and improving. My routine turned into a relentless cycle. I'd wake up early, drag myself to my 9-to-5 job, come home exhausted, and still sit in front of my laptop until 2 or 3 a.m. There were nights I fell asleep with my head on the keyboard. I wasn't living the freedom lifestyle everyone talked about. I was grinding silently. Learning through failure, I faced setbacks that almost broke me. My website crashed right before a holiday sale. Ads didn't convert. Some customers demanded refunds, and I didn't even have enough in my account to pay them back. There were moments when I doubted everything, moments when quitting felt easier than continuing. But deep down, I remembered that rainy Monday on the bus, the promise I made to myself. That memory pushed me harder, and slowly, things began to shift. I learned how to create better product descriptions, take cleaner photos, and write ads that connected with real people. My store started getting regular orders. $100 days turned into $500 weeks. Then, before I knew it, I was earning around $3,000 a month online, more than my actual job. Still, I didn't quit yet. Instead, I reinvested every dollar back into my business, testing new products, learning Facebook ads, and building an email list. It was exhausting, but I could finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I wasn't just selling phone cases anymore. I was building a dream from scratch. By the time I turned 26, my little side hustle had started to gain serious momentum. What began as a simple online store from my bedroom was slowly turning into something real, something I could finally call a business. Sales were growing every month, and I was no longer just hoping for results. I was creating them. But the growth brought chaos too. My phone buzzed nonstop with orders and customer messages. I was handling packaging, replying to emails, running ads, and still trying to hold on to my 9-to-5 job. It was exhausting, but it was the best kind of exhaustion, the one that comes with purpose. Then one morning, while sitting in traffic on the way to work, I asked myself a question that changed everything. What would happen if I gave my full time and energy to this? That same week, I made the scariest and smartest decision of my life. I quit my job. My hands were shaking when I handed in my resignation letter, but my heart felt free. Once I focused fully on my business, things took off faster than I expected. I hired 2 virtual assistants to help with customer service and marketing. One expanded into new product niches, launched digital courses, and even started a YouTube channel to share what I'd learned. Every day brought new challenges, supply chain delays, ad policy changes, burnout, but also incredible growth. I learned to manage a team, build systems, and think long-term. By 27, my online business had crossed 7 figures in total revenue. It still felt unreal. I had built something from nothing, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't just making money, I was building freedom now. As I look back at my journey, standing on the other side of struggle, it feels surreal. I became a millionaire before turning 30. But the truth is, the money isn't the best part. What truly matters are the lessons that shaped me along the way. When people ask, "What's your secret?" I smile, because there's no magic formula, no shortcuts. Just years of hard work, failure, and faith. The journey wasn't glamorous. It was full of sleepless nights, self-doubt, and moments where I wanted to give up. But every single obstacle taught me something priceless. Here are the biggest lessons I've learned before 30-1. Start before you're ready. Waiting for the perfect time is the fastest way to stay stuck. I started with no experience, no mentor, just belief. 2. Fail fast, learn faster. Every mistake you make brings you closer to success. My failures became my greatest teachers. 3. Invest in yourself first. Books, courses, and mentors gave me more returns than any stock ever could. 4. Consistency beats motivation. You won't always feel inspired, but discipline will carry you when motivation fades. 5. Money is a tool, not the goal. True success is freedom, the ability to live life on your own terms. Today, I wake up each morning with gratitude. I get to work on projects I love, travel when I want, and spend time with people who matter. And the best part? Knowing that if I lost everything tomorrow, I could build it all again, because now I have the mindset to do it. And that's how I went from being broke lost, and uncertain. To building a life I once thought was impossible so. If you're watching this, stuck, or struggling, remember this: you don't need to be lucky, you just need to start. Remember, it's not about luck or timing. It's about belief, persistence, and the courage to start when no one believes in you. If I can do it, so can you. Keep chasing your dreams, and one day, you'll be the one telling your story. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little push today.